Hello, Marion Elementary Bulldogs. This is Mr. Davis with our third day of our second grade science lesson. Yesterday, we began by reading the story A Thunderstorm. I asked you to go back after we read the story and answer the questions. So let's look at the questions and the possible answers that you might have come up with. Question number 1 asked, how did Grandpa know a thunderstorm was on its way? Well, if you look back into the story, it talks about in the first paragraph that when we started, the sky was filled with fluffy white clouds. Then the clouds got bigger and darker. I think a thunderstorm was on the way, said Grandpa. He knew because the clouds were getting bigger and darker. Question number 2 asks us, what is lightning? If we go back and look on our first page and in our text box, it says lightning is a giant spark of electricity that jumps from cloud to cloud or between a cloud and the ground. Number 3 says, what is thunder? Well, when we look over on page 11 in our text box, it says thunder is the sound that follows lightning. So we know that thunder is the sound that follows lightning. If we go back and look at question number 4, what happens in a thunderstorm? Well, we know in a thunderstorm that the clouds get bigger and darker, and we hear lightning and we see lightning and hear thunder, and large drops of water fall, and wind starts to blow. These are all things that you can use to describe what happens in a thunderstorm. And then number 5 says, how are dark clouds different from white clouds? Well, dark clouds are holding more raindrops and water because clouds are made of water, so they are ready to drop the rain. Looking at our vocabulary pictures, if we look at the chart here, the first one at the very top, those are some dark what? Yes, right, dark clouds. All right, going straight down, there's a picture of a gentleman. Who do we think that vocabulary term is referring to? That's right, Grandpa. Below the picture of what we've identified as Grandpa, we have a cloud and something's coming from the cloud. What do we see? That's right, raindrops. So that would be rain. Going to our second column at the very top, we see a carton and what looks like some cookies on a plate. Which vocabulary word would go with that? That's right, a snack. Our second picture down that column, we have a cloud again, but there's something else coming out from that cloud. And it's a jagged, and that would be called what? That's right, lightning. And finally, the last picture box, we have what looks like a shovel and a rake. Which vocabulary term would describe a shovel and that rake? That's right, tools. Very good. I hope those were useful for you. Now, the next page was the draw and write, and you had to draw and write about a storm you have been in. And I'm super excited to hear about that, and hopefully, when we get together again soon, we'll be able to do that, and you can share those with us. All right, for today's lesson, we're going to begin by going to Raz-Kids. And I've looked on Raz-Kids, and I found the book, The Storm. So I'm going to read this book to you today. The Storm, written by Ned Jensen and illustrated by Terry Herman. All right, give Mr. Davis just a second here. I've got to get my book the way I need it so I can get to the next page. All right. There we go. All right. The Storm. Dark clouds begin to gather. They get darker and darker. A storm is coming. Tim and Pam run into the house. The strong winds begin to blow. Strong winds begin to blow and the sky gets darker. The sky gets darker and the clouds move over the house. The clouds move over the house and lightning flashes all around. Lightning flashes all around and thunder crashes loudly. Thunder crashes loudly and the rain begins to fall. Excuse me, went back too far. Let me go back one page. The rain falls and the winds blow wildly. Then the rain stops falling and the winds stop blowing. The sun comes out. Tim and Pam come out too. The end. So I want you to think about that. When we have a story like this, then we think about thunderclouds and so forth. There are different types of clouds, and we are going to discuss these tomorrow. So if you have a chance, think about it. What do you know about clouds and how they might be different? And you make your prediction, and we'll be talking about those tomorrow. I look forward to seeing you all really soon, and hopefully we get to be back together soon. Stay safe and keep healthy and wash those hands. Have a great afternoon and evening. Bye.